Hey, everybody, welcome back to FSP Forex Stock Predictions. Hope you are all having a great day. I am the Vortex Trader, and today we are on GBP USD. We got a potential bull flag in the 1 hour time frame, so let's get straight into it. All right, guys, so as you know, currently this is the 4 hour chart, all right? We can see that price has broken through this previous major support level. We've seen quite a drop, and we are currently sitting on daily support, right? This is a daily support zone. So looking for a bullish case right now is going against the trend 100%, right? The MA lines are below the MACD's histogram. They are pretty deep. Yes, we finally do have a cross. So it is trending upwards. However, we are still below, right? Looking for longs right now is not the best thing in the world to do. However, if you see a setup that is going against the trend, do not risk your full amount that you normally would on it. Yes, I hope that makes sense. Risk a smaller amount. Grade the trade as a lower probability setup, right? For example, if I see a setup like this, first of all, for myself personally, this is a setup on the 1 hour time frame. I don't usually trade the 1 hour chart. Plus, this is going against the trend. Plus, right, there's a whole bunch of reasons. So I would grade this setup as, call it a C setup, right? It is not an A class setup. Therefore, my risk to reward will be smaller. I will not risk as much, right? And it is counter trend, which is most importantly not very viable, right? Unless you see a setup that you like. Okay, so having said that, let's jump. We are on the 1 hour chart, and look what we can see, right? Price has come down. Look at the volume that came out of this candle right here, taking out this previous zone right here of resistance. Strong volume, which indicates a strong impulse up. Look at the size of that candle. Okay, over time, then, price began to consolidate and trend downwards within this 1 hour channel, which then looks like it forms a bull flag. Yes? So, how would we trade this bull flag? Right? If this ends up being a bull flag, how would we trade it? Well, I'll tell you one thing. Look at these 2 wicks up here. Something that I don't enjoy seeing are giant wicks like this, because this indicates strong selling power from this region right here. And if we look left, we can actually see imbalance in these candles, and these wicks came up to fill that gap. So therefore, there is technically, if we are bearish, not another reason for us to carry on trending upwards, right? Unless this impulse is strong enough to do so. The volume which we had there is very, very high compared to previous volume in the 1 hour time frame. So what do we need to see? Right? I am going to put a zone around this giant wickage area right there. Let's do that. Okay, it's a pretty large range. So this is why, this is how I would look at jumping into this. And this is the only way that I would jump into this. Okay, this is for myself. This is how I have back tested these certain setups. I need to see a candle rise. Okay, like from the ashes to the sky. I need strong volume, and I need a candle to close above this resistance zone. That's what I need to see. I need to see it close above with strong bullish volume to accompany it. Then, and now this is the tricky part, I need to see a retrace back into this zone. But now the problem occurs with, because this is going to be our entry, the problem occurs with, where do we need to see the candle retrace to? Could we enter right at the top like this? Should we wait for it to hit the middle of the zone like this, or should we wait for it to go back down to the bottom like this, right? That is quite a large range to choose from. And this will affect your risk to reward tremendously, right? So unfortunately, I have no answer for you, right? This all depends on how you back test them. I am very conservative. I would wait for the candle to retrace quite low, which would give me a higher risk to reward, because if we would enter somewhere around here, right, my stop loss would go just somewhere like this, and we would target previous price structure, just like this. And another way we could find our targets is by using the trend-based fib extension. We go from the bottom of the flagpole right to the top wick, and we take it down to where the candle retraces to. And look where the one level fib lines up with that previous major support level on the higher time frames. And you could target that. However, for me, and look at the risk to reward to that, you could get a 1 to 4, assuming price does retrace to the bottom of this wickage resistance zone. All right, that's one way of finding your targets. However, remember, this is a counter trend position. A lot needs to occur in order for this thing to play out. So I cannot say exactly where I would enter on this thing. However, it would be lower down. You see, it all depends with if we do get that break upwards and close above this resistance zone. If we do get that, I will start looking, because candles tell a lot. You can tell a different story with every single candle. But the most important thing is, before we even get there, is we need to see a break and close above this area right here. This is clearly a zone where sellers are. Clearly. And we need to flip it. We need to flip this resistance to support. And by retesting and coming back into the zone, that would be indeed flipping it to support. All right. So let's see what happens. If this candle just sort of meanders and does this and doesn't do anything, well, this flag becomes invalidated. I will no longer be looking at it as a potential setup. And one way that we don't have to stare at this all day, right? All we do on TradingView is we add an alert to let us know when price has closed above or within that channel. So at least it's something that we can see, right? And then once the alert is created, we can step away from the charts and let price do its thing. Remember, this doesn't have to play out. Yes, there are always other opportunities, but this is how I would trade this flag, right? If it turns into a bull flag. We have the first bit down. We have the strong bullish volume. We have the impulse. I do not like these wicks, but we do have price touching the bottom of the flag and the top of the flag, treating it as support, resistance, support, resistance, support, and resistance. Okay, so let's watch and see what happens. This one is definitely a lower class setup, but it is interesting nonetheless, because we can always learn. We can always learn from these setups. Okay, guys, so on that note, let's wrap up today's video. If you found value in it and you enjoyed, please would you go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, leave us a comment in the comment section. Let me know if you enjoy trading flags. What are your favorite patterns to trade? I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll be seeing you in the next one. See you later.